Hello everyone, today we're finally looking at the greedy solution of the deforestation from last December, literally the reason I failed 2024 December. But I mean, now that I look back, it's pretty much a good thing because that led to my January grind, and now I actually know how to grind stuff 10 hours a day. Even though, well, looking at this winter break, maybe I don't. Anyways, that's regardless. Let's look at the problem. We have the classic problem from 2024 December. I bet everyone know this by now because this video is going to be talking about the other solution. I did already make a video on the binary index tree solution, which is much easier if you know how to use that data structure. But this video, we're going to be going through the greedy solution instead. If you haven't read the problem, then read it yourself. Otherwise, we're just going to jump straight into the solution. So this is also, by the way, how the official editorial of USACO solved this. But in my opinion, this is arguably much more overly complicated than binary index tree. But they only did this because, well, binary index tree is not in the curriculum of Silver. Essentially, we want to be able to restrict a region, restrict a single tree with just one constraint and not multiple region, because otherwise we have to check multiple regions to see if this tree is cuttable, which is not optimal. So essentially, the key thing about solving this using a greedy is to find one value that's the same across all regions, despite the starting point, ending point, or the current point, or how many trees we've cut so far. And we need to find the most restrictive of this value out of all the restricting regions. That might sound complicated, but I have this entire, I'd say a full solution written now, more than 90 lines. And if you actually have time to read through all of this, you will for sure understand how to solve this problem with greedy, which is the reason why I'm going to be posting this code in the comments along with the solution. So yeah, but I'm just gonna briefly go. I already briefly went through the idea, but the code is basically so that value I was talking about is the total number of trees cut. This is the value that's universal for every single region, despite starting and ending point. And if the maximum number of trees that can be cut so far is less for one region than the other, then it is no doubt more restrictive than the other region. So we can literally just use that value and then just check one region to be able to see whether we can plant this tree. So we use a priority queue, maintaining the number of trees we can cut. If it's passed, we just pop it. Otherwise, val is the number of trees we can cut. If it's less than or equal to answer, then we can't cut this one. Otherwise, we can indeed cut this tree. And then if it's a left end and a restriction, we push it into the queue. And yeah, easy. So now, when we look back at the problem today, I see this video is mostly just like a overview of my code, but I think my comments really explain this problem really well. I even posted this on Logu, but didn't receive much likes there. So I hope maybe YouTube people will be more educated to know to look at this comments in English. Anyways, I'd say this is completely unnecessary, but sometimes you just gotta know how to do the greedy. Like, what if binary index tree doesn't work? What if you just forgot how to write a binary index tree? You have to know the greedy solution. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. And of course, time for the grind report. I would say today is like average. I mean, in terms of time, it's average, but compared to the last few days, it's actually pretty good. Up to now, it's been 6 hours and 37 minutes. Considering I woke up at like 10:30, this is not that great, but I mean, as a start, if I can maintain 6 hours a day at least, then we'll get somewhere. I mean, better than 3 hours like yesterday. Today, I mocked the impossible. I mocked the 2025 U.S. Open silver, which is the one silver contest I didn't take because I was off the gold, and I never had the guts to actually take this because I know it will prove me incapable of gold, and it will just show myself that the only reason I'm in gold is because I got lucky with the 2025 February. Anyways, so for this contest, I solved the first problem in contest. Now we're in 20 minutes, pretty easy. Second problem, I thought of the solution, but I just missed this one special check. Yep, I just missed here. I just missed this tiny 3 lines of code that means I only got half the points to this problem. Extremely tragic. And then For the last problem, I was able to think of the full solution, but time ran out because I spent too long debugging problem two, and also because I brain farted. So I took like another 40 minutes after the contest to realize that I was literally just one step away. But yeah, so essentially, I knew how to solve all three of these. I just number one took too long. Number two forgot three lines. Number three brain farted and couldn't think of the last step. And I even had to peek at the solution to look at number three, which is shameful. But I mean, I did think of the full solution on myself. Essentially, I just couldn't summarize what the problem was asking for in coding language, which is the max fun of a slope, which is the CI plus one hardest can't exceed SI. That's basically all there is. But I couldn't summarize it to that extent. But anyways, yeah. So today I solved all these problems, and I mean, it's good, three problems, but I also wanted to show up in a darker color on the logo problem record. So I submitted another problem that I did before. So now it'll show up as a solved four, but I didn't actually. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.